They swim.
No.
Good. I'm taking the Iron Fleet back to the Iron Islands. I've been around the world. I've seen everything, things you couldn't imagine, and this is the only thing I've ever seen that terrifies me. I'm going back to my island. You should go back to yours. When winter's over, we'll be the only ones left alive.
I cannot give you back your homes or restore your dead to life. But perhaps I can give you justice in the name of our king.
As we near the end of Game of Thrones, one question seems to stand out more than the rest. Who wins in the end? Now, there are a few ways to look at it. Like, for example, will the White Walkers prevail in the Great War and ultimately be the only group left standing? Or will a few main characters survive like Sam and return to the Citadel to write the events into a book called A Song of Ice and Fire? Maybe Jon Snow fulfills the Azor Ahai prophecy and brings an end to the Night King and his army, while most other characters died trying to defeat the dead. Long story short, it isn't necessarily ideal to assume we know what is planned in the mind of George R.R. Martin, but rather making an educated guess on what we know is fact or fiction when it comes to the actions of known characters can really help us understand what is likely to unfold. This brings me to Euron Greyjoy, our favorite evil ship captain in the world of Ice and Fire. This guy has seen the majority of the known world. In fact, Euron knows the world better than the maesters in the Citadel, who walk around acting like magic is laughable and non-existent. They obviously haven't been out of the library lately. Anyway, with Euron's knowledge of the world, there isn't much that frightens him. But when it comes to the White Walkers, he's fine with going back to his islands, especially since the dead cannot swim. This is why, if the Great War takes place, Euron stands a great chance of surviving, at least at first. We've seen what happens when whites fall into water, but what the Greyjoy King doesn't realize is the Night King isn't just walking around. He's flying on top of Viserion, which means there's no real obstacle to overcome in getting to the Iron Islands. Plus, with how winter is connected to the traveling army, there's the possibility the water separating the Iron Islands from Westeros may just freeze over when the Night King gets near. If George R.R. Martin is telling the truth about a bittersweet ending, then we have to expect some of our favorite characters to die before the story is finished. And that might just mean our not-so-friendly Euron makes the right choice in running away from the oncoming war. Also, with his massive fleet of ships and unmatched knowledge of the known world, he has more options and where to flee if he needs to ditch his home. Sticking to the open ocean may be one of the better options, but then again, like I said before, the Night King is riding around on an undead dragon. What are your thoughts on Euron in the final season of Game of Thrones? Will he survive the threat of the dead army, or is he just as doomed as everyone else in Westeros? Let me know what you think. As always, thanks for watching, have a great day, take care, and see you soon.